But I also would like to end like how Ar-Rahman can help us. And I do not like to give you like a database really. So, like I said in the Facebook address, that we like to end the session with some quotes either from Hadith or from certain Sufi scholars, anything like that. So this week, I like to start with intention. It has always been the bedrock, the foundation of my every event I do is intention. You said for me, you said for me. Everything is a process of intention. My whole life with my family and everything it revolves around my intention. And that's why I like to share with everybody how Niyat is important. Ibn Hajar actually made a book, whole book on Niyat, and he compiled a hadith about Niyat. So today, let's first make an intention that I want to live my life under the shade of Ar-Rahman and being a servant of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. It's not in your notes, I'm supposed to print this out, but because of technical errors, there's some Arabic things that go out. So I put it out on Facebook or Scribe or something, then you guys can hear it soon. So let's make the intention when we go back home. Okay. I intend to live under the shade of Ar-Rahman, under the mercy of Ar-Rahman. And it's not easy, but make the assist that I think journal about it. And journals are a good way to record ourselves. We often hope that we go through shuyukh or shaykh or anybody, but we hope that they can tell us through their kashaf. Everybody is kashaf, the shaykhs are. But we forgot to take efforts on our own. Before meeting them, we should already have asked Allah, oh Allah, let me see my faults. Because it has to start from within us. It has to start from within us. And what usually we don't want to see ourselves is because of our ego. That's short story, it's just ego. We don't want to see our own faults, shortcomings. So, I've quoted from this, to me the intention number one, make an intention number one. Number two is, there's this quote from Bawa Muhammadi. He said, everything belongs to God. Ourselves, our lives, our bodies, everything belongs to God. When we ourselves belong to Him, how can anything belong to us? The only thing that belongs to us is Allah. Okay, what is what saying? Please give us the clarity, this is Dua, and wisdom to realize completely that only our wealth, is Allah. Everything that we have is not ours, everything will just fly away. So long. Everything will perish except for my face, right? And our only wealth is the face that does not perish. Taken from the book To Die Before Death, the Sufi way of life. So now that we have that quote from our Sufi, there are 6 things that fuel the ego. We know the quote is to the only wealth is Allah. So there are 6 things that fuel our ego. What are they? Number one, maybe I write this down. Yes, copy something.
Papa.
Yes, I am.
Mommy.
I am.
This is good.
I am what I have.
Papa, look.
Number 2. I am what I do.
What do you do?
So these are the 6 things. You're going to take a snapshot of it?
Oh,
okay. These are the 6 things that fuel our ego. And these are the 6 walls that we construct within ourselves. We say, I am what I am. There's this saying that the boys with the most voice dies, create something like that. There's that. The more wealthy, and this is normal, everybody. And then I am what I do. I'm this, I'm that, I'm so and so. I have this title, I've acquired this so-called this to do this, I have this to grab this, to do that, I can do this to you and I can take this away from you. I am what others think of me. Oh, this is my new profile. I'm going to let people think that I'm such and such a great person, something like that. Oh no, I'm not this enough, I'm not that enough. My reputation defines me. For like number 1, my possessions, what I have defines me. Number 2, my achievements define me. I have such and such people, degree, just or something like that. Number 3, my reputation defines me. I'm so famous that there's 300 people coming for this or 400 people like me on this page. I'm separate from everyone means I'm greater than everybody else. This is like Fir'aun, like Ana Rabbikum A'la, greater than you, whatever. This is actually ignorance when you think you're greater than everybody else. And then number 5 is my life space is disconnected from my intention of living. That means the space, your living area that you have, has nothing to do with the intention of why you are alive. You get what I mean? Like, okay, we're at home, right? And then we're at work, we're at school, these are the places we're at. When we are there, those places do not connect back with the reason of why you are living there. It is disconnected. So intention of living has nothing to do with where you are living at. You get what I mean? That means you're not creating your intention, you're not manifesting your intention. Your intention remains just within you. And this is an ego. This is actually what the ego builds. You separate yourself from the things that's surrounding around you. And with that means you are not able to be cured by wherever you are at. You get what I mean? Number 6, I'm separate from Allah. My life depends on Allah's assessment of my worthiness. That means you build this picture of how God assessed me. Whereas Allah says, Ar-Rahman, don't you think excellence should be rewarded by excellence? We are not positive enough about being with Ar-Rahman. We always shortchange Allah's mercy. Oh, I am this, I'm that. It's Allah who will be extra forgiving to me. But there's so many stories about Allah being very forgiving. Allah just being there for all of us. And this is being negative is actually shortness of faith. Kita tak percaya, you don't believe that Allah's mercy is there. You don't believe that Allah can bring you up and bring you closer to Him. You don't believe that Allah is the one that provides everything. We just cut everything of Allah's ability.
Sorry.
That's the thing, right? So breath by breath, this is the reason why we recite Ar-Rahman. Also, just look through the booklet that I've given. It's given out this booklet. I spoke about how a seeker, as all of us, can touch the Ar-Rahman himself, the concept of mercy. And at the end of the booklet, it's a saying, I have a they say you can never mend a broken heart. Over here, just the very last page. I told them it is true of the many broken pieces you will see the one true beauty. This is I got this when I was traveling. Not traveling to a place, but traveling on earlier days of being introduced. And there was a lot of challenges to the soul, and I was like, how difficult it is to be with Allah. And so I wrote that, and the answer that I got from myself is that through these many episodes in life that we've gone through, when you see the bigger picture of Ar-Rahman, never underestimate Allah's mercy at the moment when we are down. I'm close to those whose hearts are broken. That's what he said to Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. So the main thing is to live with positiveness. Why be negative, right? Let's be positive and make sure that it goes on. That we are always under the shade of Ar-Rahman. Whatever, anything that you do in life, you go to school, you go work, whatever it is, start your day by remembering Ar-Rahman. If you are ill, remember that Ar-Rahman will cure. If you are low, remember Ar-Rahman is with you. If you are cornered, remember Ar-Rahman is with us. I think it's about time that we spread the da'wah of uplifting the moral spirits of people. Not just telling them, hey, you guys don't pray enough, or you guys don't do enough this, don't do enough that. No, it's about time to tell people, yes, you have done enough. It's just that we have not been looking at Allah's mercy. We have done to what we can do, but the thing is that we have not been looking at His mercy. We have not been merciful to Allah. We disconnect ourselves. If you disconnect yourself, then you disconnect yourself from His mercy. Yeah, how are you gonna feel solat? How are you gonna create that space? You dah niat kan, nak jadi Muslim. How are you gonna create that space where you let Allah's mercy, the light of mercy, to uplift you, molding you, sculpting you to be who you are supposed to be? There's always talk about becoming someone who Muslim, the ideal Muslim, the ideal Muslim. How can you let that happen when you still have the walls of ego up, down, right, there, everywhere, centering you? No amount of knowledge can help us. You have to tear those walls down and then let Ar-Rahman heal us. That's the main message of Ar-Rahman. So I hope that today's message will help all of you. I now open for any questions, any suggestions, any comments, anything. Anything, Saiful?
So we said tear the walls down, how we go about it?
That's actually a very good question.
Do we leave, whatever baggage we have, just try to first of all, with the intention. But when we come with the intention, there's always the baggage. So how do we lose that baggage? Because somehow or other along the way, we always get distracted with the baggage.
Yeah.
And that's the process of all.
And my only advice is to let go. How do you let go of the baggage? It's by having a greater focus. Because the thing about being on the path, whatever path might be, is that, I mean, the best thing is to imagine yourself driving, right? And then while you're driving, you always have to check your blind spots, right? But those blind spots are only momentary. The baggage are momentary. They don't last. There's a Sufi who says, why do you concentrate on La when what only exists is Allah? La ilaha illallah kalimatan, nothing exists except Allah. So why do you have to do La ilaha? To Allah. You know what I mean? Why do you concentrate on what doesn't exist? This is the manifestation of intention. This is how we concentrate. When Allah says, say Allah and leave them to their fate. This is the Quran, I'm not making this up. Say Allah and leave them to their fate. This is the importance of doing the zikr of Allah. Allahu Akbar. Allah Akbar, the greatest. So your luggage are not great. Our luggages are not great. What is greater is the focus intention. The thing is that we must let that focus shape us must let that focus shape us. You may say, Mohsin, this is so abstract. How do you do this? It's not abstract. It's abstract if you are not focused on it. You see Allah. You have to do this practice if you can. Imagine the word alif, lam, lam, ha, which I've given you there, and just stare at it for a while. Maybe 2 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so. Right? Stare at it before you go to sleep, or when you first wake up, both if you can. And then close your eyes and try to imagine this alif lam lam ha as a light that comes up and it moves you. It's not abstract. It's abstract because we are not focused on reality. Try to say it becomes a shadow, or else that is reality. The salat becomes a practice, or else that is our life, our foundation, not the baggage that comes along with salat. Oh, susah ni wudu, example, doing example, this or that. You know? Or being sick, someone also sick.
Papa,
Yeah.
shadow?
The shadow.
Itu shadow?
The shadow is the one that casts doubt. You can view it two ways. Shadows as a way to remind you of the real object. The one that's casting the shadow, yani Allah. It is being positive. I'm sick. Allah is reminding me of His attributes of Ya Shafi. That moment I have to be with Ya Shafi. How do I do that? By uplifting. You must more spiritually be cured. Then your physical being will come along. We must now change the table and know that the rope is the one that is leading our lives. The nur that is inside of us, not the jasadiyah, not the body. That is where the knowledge comes from. The corporal body is the philosopher's stone. But it's the jasadi that brings us down. Each time when you enter a place where you do solat or you recite the Quran, you must feel, you must let the rope recite. You must let the spirit do the salawat. You must let the spirit do the zikir. And automatically everything that is not, or you think that exists, does not exist. Because the rope already knows what is the qibla, which is Allah and the Prophet. By doing this, you're never distracted, you're never disconnected from the Prophet. Because if you're doing the sunnah, you're always connected to the Prophet. Yeah? The internal sunnah, the external sunnah, every sunnah that you can think of, you do. And that is when you are changing slowly, changing and turning. Tawbah means turning, like you spoke about this in D2. Tawbah means turning. It's when you turn, the rope itself is bringing the body to turn towards the main focus. Jangan lupa, don't forget. Those that they check are only blind spots. The process is, like I like to say, is moment by moment, breath by breath. And even I myself do face challenges with this. It takes time. It takes time. But don't delay lah. Doesn't mean it takes time to have got to know. That is laziness. That is it's no use. During that time you do your zikir. When you do your zikir, your mind astray, bring it back. I am now with Allah. I've always been with Allah. I have got this. Allah has always been with me. But I separate this. You know, everything that is so-called missing in my life exists in my life, but I so-called erase that and I want something greater. See, like some people do. I just like to bring it back to ibadah. You guys can bring it back to any other example. Some people do ibadah hoping to become a great person, great mu'min, something like that. I want to go through this without realizing that everything that he has to go through is already within him. He's mapping it out like a great journey, sejauh jalan, you know, that kind of thing. But that is because that's what happens when you place God so far from you. That's what happens when you place God in different stages. But the thing is that God has always been with you. So why are you dissecting God in that sense? You don't need to. Allah has always been with you. You see? The minute you do salat, you do selawat, you do tahlil, la ilaha illallah.